make sure that we know it's about the work, it's about the art, it's about the craft, okay? It's not about credit, it's not about who does what. But I am the producer of this movie, not the executive producer. So we're gonna start that off right there. I'm so honored to be here. I'm somebody that has been supported by festivals like this and by people like you. So you all are my peers. You all are, we probably don't need the fat joke the whole time. Just, you know, the intro was good, but we probably, Stacey, I don't know if that was a request, but this is, listen. Hey, y'all don't tell Joe I said that because he's here. I'm very afraid of Joe. So I just want to say that you guys, you're my peers. You are the next generation of filmmakers that are coming up. I win because you win. When you win, I win. I want to thank you so much for being here, for being in the room. If we're not in the room, we can't influence what happens and help take things to the next level. This is yet another labor of love that is produced, directed, written, and starring folks that look just like me and you. And I'm very proud of it, so thank you. Without further ado, I want to bring up the guy who is coming home to this festival. Ladies and gentlemen, director extraordinaire, Mr. Malcolm D. Lee.
I almost tripped just now. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Stacey. It's very good to be back here, not only at this film festival. Stacey, I was not going to say nothing about how I was not going to say nothing this year about how when I was a fledgling student filmmaker and had a short film entering one of the premier black film festivals in New York, that you guys rejected that film. I wasn't going to mention that tonight. I was gonna but you said you lit it up already. So, yes, that is what happened. But 2 years later, 19 years ago, at this festival, I launched my first movie, The Best Man. And it was because of the word of mouth of this festival that it propelled us to a #1 ranking at the box office. A whopping $9 million. Yeah, that was a success back in 1999. So, very glad to be back here with my latest offering, Night School, starring some of the funniest people in the world right now, okay? I was very blessed to have Will call me up and say, hey, I got this thing, let's continue this girls trip, you know, Lee Packer collaboration and make it happen. And I said, okay. After some cajoling, I wanted to rest. It was a long year last year.
But tell the people the truth, Malcolm. This is home. This is a film festival, and these are our people. They need to know that you passed on the movie at first. I feel like if we don't tell them that, then we're not being honest. So I'm telling the truth about Stacey Spikes. I feel like
okay, I'm gonna be known. You know, Kevin wrote this script and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. This was not good. So I was like, I don't want to work this hard. I want to spend time with my family, and my kids. And I see my kids in like a year. I'm like, I got to spend some time. But Will, being the persuasive producer that he is, said, okay, we can make this happen. And then when we got things started and got going, and right before, literally like the day before we started shooting, we had a cast dinner. Kevin was there, very excited, and hey, this is mine and Kevin Hart's 7th collaboration, and we've been great success the whole way through. Kevin's like, yeah, that's what's right. Well, we've been doing this for a long time. We're clinking glasses and drinking brown liquor and all that, and it was like, Malcolm, glad to have you aboard. Don't fuck it up. So I tried my best how to do that, and I think you're going to be in for a treat tonight to see this movie. You're one of the first audience to see the final product. And before I show that to you, I would like to bring up some of our cast members. First, from the BX, Fat Joe, Joey Craddock. Come on up, Joe. was a stellar performance. And also want to bring up a young lady who's very special. It's our second collaboration together. The hottest actress in the world right now, Miss Tiffany Haddish.
This is beautiful.
One last thing before we bring up the star. I will just say this. This is our writer, our leader, Mr. Kevin Hart.
I got it. I didn't need the boost. Give me a little boost and shit. Almost. A little higher you would have to help. Good speeches. Long, good speeches. Willpower Packer, as he told you, this is our 7th movie. We've had a lot of success together. 4 number 1s, 2 number 2s. We're hoping to have another number 1. Malcolm Lee, a new addition to me in my entertainment career, but a very valuable one. An amazing director, a guy who understands comedy at a very high level and understands an ensemble cast and brings the best out of everybody and tells their story. My sister, my goddamn friend, Tiffany Haddish.
You're looking good tonight, Tiff.
Thank you. I'm hungry. Very lucky and fortunate to get this woman in this movie, especially when we got her as this star continues to rise. Within this star, rising as rapidly as it is, I just want to take time to celebrate this woman the way that she should be celebrated, because success is earned, it's not given. And the opportunities that she now has have been earned. So when she stands in front of me today and I look at her and I go, damn, I know where you came from and I know the work that you put into your craft and I know what you have coming. I know that you just want to end me. Take the time to be celebrated. So let's celebrate.
Did you notice how many black men stood up first? I hope y'all single.
Now, my brother Fat Joe, who I go back with, that came and that was a part of this project and added a very valuable component, because you didn't know what to expect, and what we didn't expect was you to add what you add, brother. You're a very valuable piece and we appreciate you for it, and thank you for being here tonight. Now, because of this festival being what it is, I'm going to leave you guys with one message, okay? I want you to take this message. I know we got bloggers, I know we got press, I know we got so many people here that are responsible for spreading information. I'm going to give you a chance to spread a piece of information that people are going to think about. We're in a business where people of color have asked for opportunity. People of color have said that we lack the opportunities. We're now in a position where people of color are not only getting these opportunities, but we're getting recognized. I just said that she won an Emmy. I can name people of color that have just won Oscars. I can say that this road to equality is a long road that we're fighting for, but that we're seeing progress. When you see people in a position where they're winning and they're one of us, celebrate those people and don't choose to tear them down, because you become a part of the problem. I ask you guys, as media and as press, don't be a part of the problem, be a part of the solution. Celebrate us when we see us winning. We can't win as people if we don't allow us to open up the doors for more of us. It's that simple. Please take that.
You don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Okay, well, take that from you.
No, that's a golden rule.
I think I nailed it.
Do unto others as you want them to do to you.
I think I nailed it.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
I think I got it. I think they understand. So you know.
Give me, don't get.
Okay. Yeah, okay. At this point, Patrick, I think that. No.
Please and thank you will help you get further in life.
Okay. Thank you.
Malcolm, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Without further ado, this is our product night school. Thank you, guys. Standing on stage at the world premiere of my little movie. It was called Chocolate City, and I had shot it as a sophomore at Florida A&M University, and I'm in an auditorium just like this, and it's packed, and like Elaine said, that whole front row is empty. It was empty because we had invited all these studio heads. We had invited the head of Sony and Universal, Paramount, And
What year was this?
This was 1994.
Okay.
1994, and I'm standing on stage with my tux. I had rented a tux from Cecino and Sons. Very fancy, Malcolm. And the front row was empty because I had reserved these seats for all these fancy people from Hollywood that I had invited.
Wait, were you wearing your hat?
I did not have a hat yet.
Wow, this is pre-hat Will Packer.
This is broke Will Packer, and hats cost money, Elaine. So I was standing.
Rent a hat, I guess.
I was standing on stage, and I said, you know, none of these
down to Florida
at Tallahassee. So,
okay, Tallahassee.
Okay. None of these people had RSVP'd, mind you. Like, none of them said they were coming. They didn't even acknowledge receipt of the invitation, if we want to be honest. But I said, well, what if they show up at the last minute? Like, what if a bunch of private jets came into Tallahassee Regional Airport and I don't have seats for the chairman of Sony and Paramount? And I had saved the seat right in the middle because my mom said, well, baby, you need to invite Oprah. And I said, now, Mom, I said, listen, Oprah's not coming. She said, you invited all those other people. She said, you invited all these people from Paramount and stuff. She said, you better invite Oprah. So I invited Oprah Winfrey and gave her a +1. I had a seat next to Oprah in case she brought Stedman or Gail. It didn't matter. I just wanted to make sure if she showed up, she was coming. Nobody came. Front row was empty. I introduced the movie, but every other seat in the auditorium was packed. Every other seat was full. And it showed me that, you know what? I'm not making movies for the front row. I'm making movies for everybody else. That's where the genesis of my career. Absolutely. Started a new company called Will Packer Media. My business partner is here. Alex, raise your hand. Alex Barnes in the house right there.
Hey,
absolutely. So this brother and I have started a new company which will produce all the content that I do. That's kind of everything not on a big screen. So that's digital and television, scripted, unscripted, and we have a deal with Oprah Winfrey.
Wow.
And so now,
congratulations.
Yes.
I saw pictures from your writer's room the other day.
Did you? Yeah, they did the hashtag. Y'all see that show your room? Show us your room. There was a challenge on the internet about diverse rooms. It was like, are you afraid to show your writer's room for all the shows that were out there? Because, you know, do you have diversity in your writer's room? And we gladly showed our room. We got a new show on OWN called Ambitions. And so we didn't have a problem at all participating in that challenge. I don't know how diverse my room was. My room was all black, Malcolm. I'm okay with that.
It's not very diverse.
Well, it's diverse from a Hollywood
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, a little
The whole
monolithic.
quote in that room.
Well, not monolithic in thought, I'm sure.
That is true.
When do you sleep?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh man, listen. When it's over. When my key stop working in Hollywood, I get some rest.
Wow.
As long as they
I'm
keep
tired.
letting me in, the opportunities are too hard to come by. You know what I mean? I can't rest on laurels. You know, this guy can't either. Kevin is one of the hardest workers in the business. You know, it's not about like, do you have enough like money to sit back and it's like you have an opportunity. I would be remiss if I wasn't going out and doing everything I can across multiple mediums to continue to tell stories and create opportunities and hire people and maintain a legacy. So that's what drives me for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
It's inspiring. Malcolm, so I know that as a teenager, you learned a lot from your cousin Spike Lee, about how to make films about Black people. But your approach is quite different. And I saw that you've said, unlike Spike, you don't like your work to be categorized as racially charged per se or race themed. And you've also said, I don't focus on race so much, but I've definitely focused on Black people, which I thought was interesting. And I would love to hear you talk a little bit about that distinction.
Well, it's funny when I remember when they put out USA Today when we put out Best Man Holiday, they characterized it. The movie had done very well at the box office. They said, the headline was race-themed movies do well at the box office. There's nothing race-themed about Best Man Holiday.
Black isn't a genre.
Black is not a genre. Just because there's Black people in it doesn't mean you're talking about race. And so it wasn't that I want to shy away from race and racial themes. It's just that these are the stories I thought I could tell. I was not seeing myself represented on screen, when I was going to movies. Rarely did I see that, especially when it came to educated black people. They just, they were all like, sellouts, or like they spoke extremely proper, and they had lost their blackness somehow. They had traded in their black identity card, and I'm like, well, that's not. It's because I'm educated. It's because I'm articulate. Doesn't mean that I'm a sellout or that I'm not black. I'm very black identified, and these are the people that I went to school with. So the kinds of movies that I gravitated towards were very different, and the kind of stories I wanted to tell were different. But I love black people. I mean, I love everything about us. Well, not everything, but there's a lot about us that I want to celebrate and want to display on screen. Our creativity, our beauty, our language, our voices, the way we dance, whatever. It's getting a little tired about people dancing in my movies. It's like, one of these days I'm going to do a movie that doesn't have black people dancing in it. One of these days. I really don't want to do that dance scene in Night Club. I was like, do we really got to do a dance?
It did. I was like,
that was all well.
Have you had a dance scene in all your movies? Barbershop?
Yeah, we had a little dance scene in there.
Really?
Yeah, sure did.
Both best men.
Yeah.
The first one was the
Electric Slide.
Electric Slide at the wedding.
Electric
You're
Slide.
right. You're right.
With Candy. And listen, that's a great thing.
Malcolm Lee always got us dancing.
Yeah, listen, we like to dance. Don't tell me.
We just can't get ahead.
Don't tell me we don't
Not
like
really
to
mad
dance.
at it, to be honest. Not really mad at it.
No, I mean, so for me, I want to tell stories about that, and I've had people say to me, "Oh, you gonna tell any more diverse stories? You gonna work with like a white cast?" I'm like, "Yeah, maybe," but I mean, this is where I find my passion, where my sweet spot is when it comes to telling our stories, and then there's so many stories that are untold right now, and there's plenty from the past, and plenty that's current, and plenty in the future that that have not been told, and like, who else is going to do it besides me and Will?
That's a drop the mic right there.